guys, so it's Valentine's and I'm going to bring you guys this pretty cool Valentine's Day look. So let's get started with these brows. I'm going to be using the Ardell brow set, including the pencil and the powder. So first off, I'm going to start with the powder, and I'm going to be using the dark brown shade, and they have their own eyebrow grooming brush in the kit, so I'm going to be using that as well. It has a spoolie on one end and then it has a brush on the other end. So first, to make sure that the powder adheres to my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Ardell wax, and it's just to make sure that your eyebrows stay laid down for a longer period of time and that the powder will adhere to your eyebrows. So now I'm just going to shape out my brows with the Ardell pencil, and this is the darkest shade. I'm just shaping them out as normal from the bottom to the top. And right after I shape them out, I'm going to go ahead and fill them in with the Ardell powder, and I'm going to be using the darkest shade in that quad. Doing your brows is pretty much simple. You fill them in how you would like them to be. You don't necessarily have to do your brows the way that I am doing them. However you feel comfortable, go ahead. Now I'm going to be taking the NYX concealer in the shade Nutmeg, and I'm going to be carving out my brows so that they can be, like they all say, on fleek.
Ever since I left the city, you and me, we just don't get along. You make me feel like I did you wrong, going places where you don't belong. Ever since I left the city, you got exactly what you asked for.
Now to blend this out, I am using a beauty blender. You can use whatever you like to use to blend out your concealer on your brows. Next up, I'm going to be taking MAC's Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm going to be putting that all over my lid, and I'm just going to be using I believe this is a BH Cosmetics brush. Use whatever kind of brush you want. You can use your fingers, whatever you want to use to put your base. Now I'm going to be taking the ABH Contour Kit in medium tan, and I'm going to be using the shade Espresso, and I'm using this as my transition color. And the brush that I'm using is a brush that I received in one of my Ipsy bags. I'm not quite sure what brand it is, but it's just a regular blending brush just to blend out my transition color. Now I'm going to be taking the Morphie Jacklyn Hill Favorites eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using this peachy tone eyeshadow for my inner lid color, and I am using a MAC 227 brush, I believe this is. I will post all the things that I've used down below in the info box, so make sure you check that box out. So now I'm going back into the exact same palette and taking this dark brown shade, and I'm going to apply that to the outer portion of my eyelid using the exact same brush. She got too many ghosts, don't need no help at all. She get it on her own. She be finessing us. That girl be stealing souls. That girl's a one-on-one. That girl, she got the glow, ay. She like the finer things. That girl, she about to. And right here, I'm just blending the two colors together, applying a little bit more of that peach tone in the beginning. So now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, and I'm going to be taking the burgundy and the black shade in that palette, and I am going to be using a MAC brush. I don't quite remember the number, but I will post it below. And I'm just going to be placing this color carefully on the outer V of my eye. I'm not trying to get too much color payoff. I don't want it to be too dark. I just wanted it to be nice and, you know, kind of sultry looking, not too dark and dramatic. So that's why I'm lightly applying these two colors to the outer V. Because I'm using black can come off so harsh. That's why I combined the burgundy shade and the black shade together, so that it will give me a nice medium toned dark black color, or black dark brown, I should say. So take your time on this step. Don't apply too much pressure. Very light-handed, and, you know, take your time with that part, because you don't want to put too much black. You don't want to be too dramatic. On Valentine's Day, you want to be kind of sultry looking and, you know, sexy and bedtime eyes. Not dramatic like, bitch, I want to slap you. No, we're going for, you know, sexy, sultry looking eyes for Valentine's Day. Okay, ladies? So not too much black. So I'm going back into the Urban Decay palette, and I'm taking Pop from the palette, and I'm spraying that with some mist, and I'm going to be placing that in my tear duct, or the front portion of my eyelid where I placed the peach tone color. I am going to be putting that color on top of the peach tone color, but not all the way, just a little bit onto the eyelid, okay? And now I'm just taking that exact same blending brush that I used in the beginning to blend everything together. Now moving on to liner, I'm going to be using the ColourPop black liner. Don't remember the name of it, but remember I will post it down below. And I believe the angled eye brush that I'm using is by Sonia Kashuk, or by, I don't know, I'll post it below. So I will post it below, and I'm just going to be doing a simple wing liner. Now for lashes, I am using these Benefit lashes that I purchased out of Ulta. I will post the name down below. I don't remember the name, but they are a dark brown color. They are not black, they are brown. So if you don't want brown, do not get these lashes. Stick to your regular lashes. Now moving on to the face, I'm going to prime my face with the Becca Ever Matte primer. I love this primer because for some reason my face is starting to become really oily. I think it's because of the routine that I'm using now for my face that's bringing out more of the oils, which is not a big problem, but this helps to subdue that. And next I'm going to be taking the Smashbox Photo Finish primer as well to prime my face for the second primer. And this last primer was definitely not necessary. I wish I didn't use it, but I did. And this is the NYX HD Photo Finish primer as well. And this is what you're going to see on my face as those little white beads, because I didn't need this primer, but for some reason I wanted to overdo the primer for this look. I don't know, but yeah, that's what that is. That it's not even going into my skin because I already applied 2 primers. So for the foundation, I'm going to be using the Black Radiance foundation and also the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. The reason why I doubled up this time is because I haven't been using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, so I wasn't too sure on the color payoff. So I just went ahead and used my everyday foundation and mixed it with the Ultra HD foundation. And for my brush, I am using a Sigma flat top foundation brush. And now for concealer, I am using the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and I am in love with this concealer. You definitely don't need a lot because a little bit goes a long way. And I'm applying this with a Real Techniques sponge, and my sponge is damp. Make sure your sponge is damp so that you can apply this concealer to the utmost of its ability. Please dampen your sponge, because if you don't, you will have a hard time blending out this concealer because it is of a thick consistency, so it needs blending. So to set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Black Opal oil blocking translucent powder, and you guys know this is my favorite translucent powder. I use it all the time, but I do want to try a different one because for some reason it's giving me some crazy payoff. So of course you gotta Snapchat this look, so make sure you guys friend me on Snapchat so we can chat. So now I'm going to be taking the Fashion Fair Teak foundation to do my contour. And for some reason I didn't blend out my contour properly. So I am going to, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to come up and you will see that it's kind of like sitting on my face once I set it. That's because I didn't blend out my contour properly. So make sure you blend out your contour before you set it. I just think I totally forgot to blend it out a little bit more. So make sure you set your contour before, make sure you blend out your contour before you set it. And now I'm just using a Morphie fluffy blending brush to blend out my contour on my nose. That girl be stealing souls. That girl don't need a man. That girl is super cool. So to set my contour on my cheeks, as you can see, exactly what I was talking about, how my contour, the powder just set right onto the foundation. That's not what you want, so make sure you blend out your contour on your cheeks before you set it. That way you won't get this result. I just totally forgot to blend out my contour properly. So to set it, I am actually using the CoverGirl I can't even remember the name, but I'll post it down below. And the brush that I'm using is a Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush, and it came out of one of her latest sets. So yeah. That girl is not perfect. That girl, for blush, I'm using the Malani Coral Cove blush, and I absolutely love this blush because it's not a lot. It just gives you exactly what you need in terms of a blush. It makes your cheeks look like they are just so plump and juicy. I love this blush. It is definitely one of my favorite blushes. So for highlight, I'm using the Tarte, excuse me, what is this? The Tarte waterproof bronzer. I will leave the name of it down below. I was the only one that had you down and never changed. I see you in a whole nother light. There's some shit we can still make right. Don't fight the love, not the love in your life. And I wanna holler you at the end of the night like the old times. 12-hour all day on the phone times. Caught me slipping on the gram, I was drawing times. You was right. Next up is the MAC Golden Deposit. This is Babe for a highlighter. I love this highlighter. I lost my first one and I just had to go out and buy me another one. Well, actually I think someone stole the first one, but neither here nor there. I went ahead and got me another one because this highlight is babe, I love it. If you guys don't have golden deposit, run out right now and go get it. Trust me, you are going to fall in love with it. You're going to use it every single day. Moving on to lips, I am using a NYX matte lip color. First, I am going to apply this purple lip pencil, which I don't even know the name of it. It just was randomly picked up. Honestly, I didn't even remember that I had it, but I think this was going to be a beautiful combination between the lip liner and the actual lip color that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to line my lips with this purple lip liner. Do what you choose, ladies. You don't have to follow my exact steps as far as lip liner. You can use a dark brown, you can use a plum, you can use a berry shade, you can use blue, you can use whatever you choose to use. It's your lips. Do what you want to do, okay? Now for the NYX matte lip cream. I'm just going to be applying that right in the center of my lips, and I'm just going to be pouting my lips together, just smashing them together. I'm not going to rub, I'm just going to smash them together so that those two colors can mesh well and blend in to one another. So for my waterline, I'm just taking a normal regular black Khol pencil and lining my waterline. And to smoke out my lower lash line, I am going to be using the same two shades from the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, the burgundy and the black shade together. And I'm just smoking out that bottom lash line, and there you guys have it, the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial just as much as I did. Now set your face with your favorite misting spray. I'm using the Maybelline Master Fix spray to set all of this gorgeousness into place. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share with the world. And I hope you guys enjoy your Valentine's Day. Stay tuned for a V-Day hair tutorial. All the details on this hair will be listed below.